The amazing features and characteristics of a feline. Cats, like all animals, they have their very own little attributes that make them so very unique. Many times, if something is cool, if something is cute, it's one of those traits taking center stage. The feline belly, that saggy basket, what is known as the primordial pouch, more than just a visual and perhaps a talking point within the family. What is that pouch for? Is it just fat, the cat being slightly overweight, and everything has gone to the belly? Or is it something entirely different? The pouch. Why do some slender felines have a noticeable pouch? In this material, we'll talk about that pouch, the importance of the primordial pouch, the purposes of the pouch, the changes over time that can occur in this part of the body, and the reasons why the primordial pouch, that saggy belly, has become somewhat of an adorable calling card for some cats. Along the way, as I do quite often, I'll also share some personal stories regarding two specific cats and this flappy belly. Interesting topic and hopefully an educational one and a fun one. I've got you covered. Stay tuned. The primordial pouch. Even if this is your very first time hearing about it, you've likely seen it, possibly for many years. That saggy and flabby and even swinging section of very loose skin on your cat's belly. It's fair to assume that many times people do just dismiss it as, oh, it's a fat cat. It's either a sign that the cat needs to slim down, or it's just something harmless and cute. The cat has a bit of a belly. In truth, the primordial pouch serves as a great protector, shielding your cat's midsection and protecting those vital organs. The pouch is also a buffer from falls. It also stretches, expanding and contracting, allowing a cat to reach their athletic abilities and put on those physical displays of greatness that we've likely all seen. So much of what a cat does and how they're able to contort their bodies without the primordial pouch, adding a much-needed increase to a feline's overall range of motion, those acrobatics wouldn't be able to be accomplished. Let's first talk about defense and protection. Cats are hunters on the land. Felines are also the conquerors of territory. They are athletic, but instinctually, they're also not afraid to mix it up a bit with the opposition. Both predators and prey, cats are known to throw their weight around, sometimes both literally and figuratively. Whether a cat is hunting for a meal or preparing to engage another animal, likely another feline over territory, they have to be ready in case they find themselves in the midst of a skirmish. The midsection, the primordial pouch. In this regard, think of it as armor. If a feline were to suffer injury to this area, the pouch would act as a layer of defense, taking the brunt of the harm while protecting critical organs. Cats, just in day-to-day life, they're naturally very protective of that midsection. This is why one of the biggest signs of trust that you've won your cat over as a cat owner is when your cat's belly is fully exposed right there in front of you. This is not just offered up to anyone. A true sign of trust is when your cat takes on such a vulnerable position. When it comes to the pouch acting as a line of defense, one of the better examples is to think of a pillow. Just imagine if you had a pillow around your midsection. It would likely soften most any blow to some degree. The primordial pouch, well, it acts in a very similar way. It's a core line of defense protecting those organs. And with respect to athleticism, because the pouch expands and stretches, it only serves to help a feline meet their full potential. With all that loose skin in the midsection, the pouch acts like a rubber band when the cat is extremely active. Another function of this wonderful pouch is temperature control. Cats are able to properly regulate body temperature thanks in part to the primordial pouch. The pouch itself, although flabby, contains blood vessels that can serve to cool a feline down while also warming a cat up on a very cold day, as the pouch can act as an area for fat storage, thus giving a feline energy and much needed warmth. Now, I'm sure it's crossed your mind either during this video as you've watched it or times in the past, why are some primordial pouches more prominent than others? Well, the answer is often found in genetics, as in the type of feline in question, the breed, for example, the age of the cat, and the overall body weight of the feline. While the primordial pouch is not the same as a large belly due to being overweight, cats that are quite sizable, let's say, the pouch itself will typically be more prominent and noticeable. This is also the case for a rather large cat who has lost a considerable amount of weight. As two examples, my senior cat Burl, who passed away in the summer of 2019, and my cat right now, Smokey, who is himself, he's slowly knocking on the door of his 10th birthday. Burl had, and Smokey has, a rather large primordial pouch. Both Burl and Smokey, rather large cats just in every way. And Smokey, like Burl before him, had this pouch swinging thing going on. If you know, you know. The visual is likely what you'd think it'd be. This rather sizable pouch, this flappy belly swinging from side to side as the cat walks or picks up the pace just a bit, running. Nothing's actually wrong here. This is not a sign of an issue. It's just a more pronounced pouch. To the audience, the next time you pet your cat on that belly, be very gentle, but just move your hands along. You'll likely be able to feel it. Even roll the skin up just a bit if your cat's pouch is more on the noticeable size. I joke that the pouch, that's where one of my cats keeps his snack treats. One thing that I personally found about the primordial pouch, and this goes back quite a long time, but once you actually see it, you simply can't unsee it. Once you see it on one cat, you have a tendency to see it on almost any cat, every cat. In terms of general health, just like any part of the body, the pouch can fall victim to issues, whether we're talking about injury or disease. I mentioned how the primordial pouch is a line of defense. Well, that can work both ways, for good and for bad. If a cat is quite curious, very adventurous, and very aggressive, the pouch can sustain wounds and even infections, and the skin could be cut and damaged. It's also not uncommon for some cats to sploot. I'll try to show you a picture of what that looks like, very interesting in its own regard. That belly flop posture, if a cat does this outdoors, for example, on a routine basis, that pouch could certainly wear a bit, almost like a pair of sneakers. If your cat's primordial pouch, if you notice sudden changes, what appears to be swelling, fur loss, and redness in the area, if the area itself is very tender to the touch, if you are concerned, please take your cat to the vet for a closer look and a full evaluation. Cats, for all that they are, and for all that we know them to be, they do have several special physical qualities that are rather interesting. Sometimes these attributes, at least from the naked eye, they are almost taken for granted or just not understood. The primordial pouch, that extra measure of support along the belly, it's a rather special gift. It's something that every feline benefits from having. So, the next time you see a cat just roaming out in the wild, look for that saggy belly. It's not all fat due to a big appetite, it's the safety pouch. Another cool quality of the feline anatomy, and certainly a worthy topic for those of us here in the feline community. And to the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, the floor is now yours for that pouch chat, the primordial pouch commentary and story time. Does your cat have a rather large pouch? Has it changed over the years as your pet has grown and matured, gained weight, perhaps lost weight? And were you just totally unaware of the primordial pouch prior to this video? Did you think your cat simply had a saggy belly? From all angles and perspectives, wherever you are coming from, that comment section, as always, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.